Gratitude is one of the biggest buzzwords in the self-help, personal development, wellness, and mindfulness industries. And if you've ever wondered, how does gratitude affect the brain? You've come to the right place, because in this video, I'm going to dispel all the myths and show you how you can use this powerful practice to transform your life. My name is Tiffany Toombs, and I'm an NLP and hypnosis master practitioner and trainer. I have worked with thousands of people all over the world to help them overcome self-sabotage, self-doubt, fear, all those mental blocks that keep them stuck, and help them program their mind for success. In this video, I'm going to share with you the most common ways that people misuse gratitude and why they don't really get the results that they expect to get with a gratitude practice. Then I'm going to share with you exactly how gratitude works to rewire your brain so that you can find more success, more fulfillment, and more happiness. And then finally, I'm going to show you exactly how to implement a gratitude practice into your life so that you get the best results. So since gratitude is talked about so much in the mindfulness and well-being space, people expect that they can pick up a journal or pick up a gratitude practice and instantly transform their life. The trouble is that they're doing the gratitude practice wrong. What? You heard me right. It is absolutely possible to get a gratitude practice wrong, and so it's not going to do any damage, but it's not going to get you unstuck and get you the results and the transformation that you're looking for either. So where most people go wrong is that they added gratitude practice to their ever-growing list of to-dos that they have to do already every day. So it creates an added stress in their life. I know this because when I first started doing a gratitude practice, this was a mistake that I made. I would put my head down at night to go to sleep, and then I would remember that I hadn't done my gratitude practice, and I would get up somewhat resentfully, grab my journal, write down as fast as I could the 5 things that I was grateful for that day so that I could go back to sleep and get a good night's rest. Nowhere in that practice was I actually feeling grateful. And this is the biggest mistake that people make, is they do the gratitude as another thing that they have to do. They talk about it on social media to make it look like they're doing the right things, but they're not even doing it the right way. So before I show you exactly how to do a gratitude practice so that it reprograms your mind and gives you the transformation that you're looking for, I want to hear from you. Have you tried a gratitude practice before? What were the results that you received? Go to the comments below and let me know. So how does gratitude reprogram the brain? We are inherently wired. Our brains are wired with what we call a negative bias. And this negative bias, as crazy as it sounds, is what has allowed us to evolve from the caveman days to the super technology savvy people that we are in today's society. If you think back to the cavemen, they would wander out of their cave and maybe they would hear a rustling in the bushes. Those that were programmed with the negative bias assumed that it was a saber-toothed tiger or something that could harm them and kill them rustling around in the bushes, so they hightailed it back into the cave so that they could keep themselves and their family safe. They were prepared to fight or to run away so that they could survive that fight. The cavemen who didn't have the negative bias, they would say something like, oh, it's just a squirrel, and go about what they were doing, and eventually were attacked and eaten by the saber-toothed tiger, which means they weren't able to pass along their bloodline. The fact is that today we don't have saber-toothed tigers roaming the streets. That's not a reality for the majority of the population of this world. So instead, we perceive things like crying children, angry bosses, work deadlines, homework, notifications from Facebook and YouTube and TikTok and all the other social media platforms, emails, expectations from other people. All of those things have become the modern day saber-toothed tiger, and our brains are still constantly on alert looking for what could harm us or kill us. Now, the good thing is that our brain is constantly rewiring itself. The brain that you had at the start of this video is going to be different from the brain that you have at the end of this video because you're gaining new information that's going to allow you to make some change. Every time you learn or do something new, you create what are called new neural pathways in the brain. By intentionally bringing focus to the things that are good in our life, all the amazing things that we already have, the love that is around us, the acceptance, the friends, the people, and the things that we have in our life, when we intentionally bring focus to those things, it starts to create new neural pathways in the brain based on the things that are good and not just the negative things that could potentially harm us or kill us. What this does is it reprograms the brain and redirects the brain to start looking for more things to be grateful for, more things that are positive and happy and joyful in our life. The really cool thing about the brain is the brain loves to solve problems. If we don't give it something to focus on or a problem to solve, like what am I really grateful for today, then it'll create other problems in the form of drama and stress. So what a gratitude practice does is it creates a more intentional existence. It causes you to become more intentional, more present, and more aware as you go about your day-to-day activities so that you can start to notice the things that maybe you wouldn't have previously noticed. So before I show you exactly how to make a gratitude practice work for you, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below. I have brand new videos coming out every single week that is going to help you become more mindful, more at peace, and program your mind for more success, happiness, and fulfillment. So how do you make a gratitude practice actually work for you instead of falling into those same mistakes that we talked about at the beginning of this video? It's important to understand that every time you have a thought, that thought causes your body to release a series of chemicals called hormones. Those hormones cause you to have a feeling or emotion, and those emotions and feelings cause you to think about more of the same thing. So if you're thinking a negative thought, you're going to release stress hormones, which is going to make you feel stressed and anxious, and that'll make you think about more things that you're stressed out about. If you are approaching your gratitude practice from an intention, not just of showing up and doing a gratitude practice because it's the latest thing that you have to tick off your list, that's going to keep you stuck in that stress loop. If you show up with the intention of, I truly want to feel grateful for all that I do have in my life, then you're going to think about the things that actually make you feel grateful, which means you're going to release endorphins like serotonin and oxytocin, those feel-good hormones, which is going to allow you to feel gratitude, happiness, and joy, which will then circle back up and cause you to think about more things that you're grateful for. So the most important part of a gratitude practice is actually that you feel grateful. So take a minute and think about 3, 4, 5, or more things every single day that you are grateful for, that you are truly grateful for. Now, if you want to challenge yourself and take this a little bit further, aim to not repeat the same things within either a 7 or a 30-day period. So if I say today that I'm super grateful for my beautiful lab who thinks that he's a lap dog and cuddles me every time I come home, then I wouldn't say that I'm grateful for him again for another 7 days or another 30 days. What this does is it causes the brain to go out and seek even more things that I'm grateful for. And so I become aware of all that I already have. And that allows us to feel more gratitude more often. What time should you do a gratitude practice? The best times to do a gratitude practice are either first thing in the morning or last thing at night. First thing when we wake up and just before we go to sleep is when our unconscious mind, which is the part of the mind that holds this negative bias, is most suggestible. Now, if you are someone who is ready to truly unlock the power of your conscious mind and reprogram those limiting beliefs and that negative bias, I would love to share with you my free subconscious power activation meditation. This is a guided meditation that is going to help you unlock the power and the resources that you didn't even know you had inside. All you have to do is go to meditationwithtiffany.com or click on the link in the description and you can get instant access absolutely free. Thanks so much for watching.